100.3 WRMB is the Quincy Harris Morning Show with K Fox and your station for 50 minutes of nonstop music. On the line right now, this guy is sports. If you talk about sports, you talk about him. He is ESPN. Let's give it up for Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith,
hey.
How you doing, sir?
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Thank you for having me.
Man, we're doing good. So you are the brand ambassador for the third annual HBCU Week coming to Wilmington, Delaware. Tell us about it.
Well, it's the third annual event. A few months ago, they were honoring me as a successful HBCU grad, and at that particular moment in time, they went up to my manager, Rashawn McDonald, and they asked him whether or not I would be interested in being the brand ambassador for HBCU Week. And essentially, it's something that was put together mid-persec here for Wilmington, Delaware. He's got two individuals that work for him in his office by the name of Earl Cooper and Ashley Christopher. And they're phenomenal. They absolutely are phenomenal. And they're the brains behind, this whole operation and what have you. They put it together a couple of years ago. This is the third year they're doing it. So when they came to me, and they asked me to do it, and they talked to me about what the agenda was, highlighting the importance of HBCUs, its contributions to the community, addressing minorities and those from impoverished communities and showing them an opportunity to get a higher education and what have you. I was all in because that's obviously something that's near and dear to my heart. Me being a graduate of Winston-Salem State University, playing for the great Clarence Big House Gaines, God rest his soul, and promising him that I would always do what I could to give back, not just to my alma mater, but to HBCUs overall. It was just an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. So it's the third annual event. It's Friday. It's tomorrow. I got ESPN to sign on to allow us to bring First Take, my show, on campus, 76ers Fieldhouse, live for the event tomorrow. I got Magic Johnson coming in. I got Troy Vincent, former Philadelphia Eagle, now the executive VP for the NFL, coming in. Magic obviously addressing the entrepreneurial side because he's a vendor for some HBCUs as we speak. Troy Vincent being an executive VP for the NFL, and the NFL really, really connecting with HBCUs a couple of years ago, introducing them at the Super Bowl in Houston to try to highlight HBCU grads and introduce them to the sports management and sports administration genre of things. And then you got the marching bands. You got 25 different HBCUs that are going to be participating as well. And if you're a senior in high school and you come with your grades and you come with your requisite ACT or SAT score, you can get a scholarship on the spot. So all of these things are what's going on right now.
We have Stephen A. Smith on the line. He's bringing ESPN tomorrow, his show. He's bringing Magic Johnson to the 76ers Fieldhouse in Wilmington, Delaware tomorrow. And you said if you're a high school, you're in the 12th grade, you bring your grades, you can get a scholarship on the spot.
Yeah, with your SAT or ACT scores, yes.
Wow.
You can get a scholarship on the spot, enrollment into an HBCU on the spot. All of this stuff is going on. Last year, they gave in excess of $1 million in those scholarships. I'm told this year we're expecting it to be at over $2 million. And this is just the start of bigger things to come because I don't plan on going anywhere.
Okay, nice. I went to an HBCU. I went to Shaw University, North Carolina.
Okay.
And
I'm not going to hold that against you.
No, I'm not going to hold Winston-Salem State against you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. We love each other.
That's right.
But what's the one thing that you took away from going to an HBCU? What's the one thing that really stuck with you and why it was important to attend one?
Just the support base. I think that as black people, far more often than not, what transpires is that you find yourself scratching and clawing and constantly fighting an uphill battle, at least subliminally and emotionally, if nothing else, because you find yourself usually in an environment where you think that you're a step behind, that you got to do twice as much to get half as much, and all of those things that come with being an African American in the United States of America. Just those challenges, whether they're real or imagined at times. At the end of the day, that's what you're thinking. And then you go to an HBCU. You see people who look like you. You see people who come from similar cultural backgrounds that share the same experiences as you, that understand the plights and the challenges and the trials and tribulations that you ultimately will have to endure. And as a result, you have people who either prevent you from falling in that abyss or lift you up once you fall in it. and there's a constant level of support, a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a family kind of atmosphere by and large. And as a result, those are the kind of things that emotionally propels you, to strengthen you, to give you the opportunity to endure whatever's necessary so you can propel yourself to new heights and truly, truly be all you can be, instead of having this feeling, this innate feeling that ultimately, the weight of the world is going to descend upon you and it's going to be too much for you to overcome. We're very resilient people. There is no question about that. And whatever trials and tribulations we endure, it's almost a mandate that we overcome. We get all of that. But sometimes we do find ourselves wishing the road was a bit easier, or at least we had company with our challenges rather than standing alone as Lone Rangers trying to do it by ourselves.
Yes.
And I think ultimately that's what an HBCU did for me.
Got you. We're talking to Stephen A. Smith, the voice of sports. We can just say that right there.
For sure.
Now, we were talking about, the NFL. Do you think, realistically, Colin Kaepernick will ever play in the NFL again?
No, I don't. And I think it's wrong. He's clearly being blackballed. There is no excuse for him not to have a job in the National Football League. I sincerely hope that I'm wrong in assuming that he won't get a job. But dealing with these owners, listening to these NFL executives or whatever, he's the poster child for the whole kneeling situation.
Yeah.
Kenny Stills is still in the NFL playing for the Houston Texans. Eric Reed is still in the NFL playing for the Carolina Panthers. And they obviously never stopped. And so when you look at Colin Kaepernick and the fact that he can't get a job, clearly they're holding it against him. Ben Roethlisberger is out for the year in Pittsburgh. Drew Brees is out for at least 6 weeks in New Orleans. Sam Darnold for the New York Jets has been out with mono. The list goes on and on in terms of a plethora of quarterback situations that have deteriorated with respective franchises. And there are opportunities out there. And that's if you want to be a starter. But when you speak to his lady, Nessa Diab, and others close to him, they'll tell you he's working out. He's getting up at 5 a.m. at least 5 days a week. He's working out at least 3 hours a day, every single day. That's what he's been doing for the last couple of years. He's ready to go at a moment's notice. All you got to do is give him a call. He's willing to be a backup, not just a starter, et cetera, et cetera. And so for him not to receive a call, clearly it's being held against him, the position that he took. And you have owners that do not want him in this league. Others may not need him. And as a result, he's on the outside looking in. And I think it's basically to send a message. And the message is that we're not going to tolerate any trendsetters. We're not going to tolerate anybody who's being truculent or abrasive in our eyes and compromising and showing such a willingness to be oblivious or insensitive to our bottom line. I think that's their mentality, and they're using Colin Kaepernick as a dissuasive measure to ensure that there are no repeat Colin Kaepernicks coming down the pike. I think that's what this is about, and that's why I don't think he'll get a job. It's wrong. We'll continue to holler about it, preach about it, talk about it, no question. It shouldn't happen to him. But if I had to bet my money as to whether or not he would get another job, I sincerely hope that I'm wrong. Hell, I could be wrong in a week or two with all of these quarterbacks falling by the wayside. Yeah. But I sincerely doubt that I am. I think his career in the NFL is over.
Man, Stephen A. Smith, he'll be in not Philly, but Delaware tomorrow at the 76ers Fieldhouse, 3rd annual HBCU week. Going down there, you're giving out scholarships. Bring your 12th graders down there. If you ACT or SAT scores are up to par, you can get a scholarship on the spot. Stephen A. Smith, and you're bringing Max Kellerman. He's coming.
Well, yeah, I hope that I hope he can survive. I hope he can take the beat down a little bit better than he usually does, or whatever. But it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
Well, he used to rap, man. Just make sure he raps tomorrow.
Well, the only issue that I have is that just because you used to rap, just because you know how to rap a little bit doesn't validate or authenticate you, in various communities like he thinks, that to him that's his call, that's his calling card a lot of time. I'm like, those rap lyrics don't help you, my brother. This beat down that you get with this debate right now, those rap lyrics ain't helping you, bro.
My man. Hey, listen, Stephen A. Smith, man, hope to see you tomorrow, 76ers Fieldhouse. ESPN will be there. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you all for having me.